Hi everyone, in this video we'll be looking into solving the challenge for day 2 for Try Hack Me, Advent of Cyber 2024. So this challenge is related to log analysis. Um, so what are logs? Logs are basically how to define logs. Logs are basically, you can say, uh, entries which are logged when we access resources within our computer. So for example, when we try to access a web application, for example, google.com, um, so our identity is uh, saved by the Google on their servers. Like this person from this specific IP is accessing this specific URL and with the path as well. Um, and with respect to operating system, logs are uh, things like events. If you open Windows event viewer, so if you see this system event viewer, so you can see logs here. So you see number of events 42,844. So all of these are logs. um, yeah, so basically these are logs. It depends which type of logs you are viewing. These are operating system level logs for Windows, and there are logs for, like, when you access things over internet, or uh, means logs can be generated for any web service or any service over internet as well. Um, so what is SOC? SOC is the Security Operations Center. So basically these are the people who monitor logs and try to find out if there are any anomalies. Anomalies means anything in the logs which pops out, which is not usual, and which might lead to a potential breach, or which might tell you like there is some incident which happened previously. Um, so basically that is the role of SOC team. Um, Now for this for Xmas, uh, within the advent of cyber, the village is also Warwell town is also having their own SOC team, which monitors for events. Um, so now we need to do some log analysis here, and we will be using a open source framework which is known as ELK, that is Elastic Logstash and Kibana. So there are three components which are combined together to make a SIEM. SIEM is a software. You can search about it. So it is basically used for analyzing logs, triggering alerts, uh, creating incident, things like that. I have also created a blog for deploying ELK and how to use ELK stack back in 2021. I will add this link if you want to go through it. Um, so I created a whole ELK stack and analyze some logs as well. Uh, so I will attach this link. You can go through it if you want to, but you don't need to do that. You can also only go through this challenge. You will understand like what is ELK and how to use it. Um, so there are two types of events which a SIEM can uh, collect. So there is something known as true positive. True positive is an alert is considered true positive if it contains actual malicious activity. So true positive means uh, the SIEM is telling yes, there is some incident, and actually there was an incident. So that is a true positive. False positive means the SIEM is alerting for a thing which is not a attack or malicious activity, but uh, the SIEM is telling like this is a malicious activity, or it is alerting. So differentiating between true positive and false positive is difficult for SOC analysts. It depends upon the experience and skills of the SOC analyst, how to differentiate between these two types of events. Um, so let's see this how to uh, analyze logs and try to determine whether there is some malicious activity or not. You can read all of this. I am directly going to the lab. For starting the lab, you click on Start Machine. I have already done that. You will get a URL. Let me copy this and make sure you are connected to VPN or you are using their attack box. Try hack me attack box. I'm using VPN, and you need to open your web browser and access that URL. And credentials are Elastic and Elastic. Elastic, Elastic, login. So we got logged in. Now we need to click on Discover to see the events. Go to this menu option on the left, click on Discover. Now you can see there Win Log Beat. So these are Windows events. It is already chosen, but we are unable to see any logs because it is showing last 15 minutes logs, and we didn't got anything in the last 15 minutes. So we need to choose a specific date, like it is mentioned here. According to the alert sent by the mayor's office, the activity occurred on December 1st, 2024 between 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. We can set this in a time window, and yeah, okay. So let's set this time frame and date, December 1st, 9 to 9:30 a.m. December 1st, absolute December 1st, 9:30, 9 to 9:30 to December 1st, 9:30. Okay, so we got 21 logs, 24 different logs. Now, by default, it will show many fields. You can choose which field you are interested in. So for us, we are interested in things like username, this, uh, source IP, and let's see what they are telling us to see. Host name, username, event category. Host name, username, event category. Okay. Event category, click on plus. Host name, so we got event category, host name, source IP, username, user ID. I don't want to see. Process dot command line. Process dot command line. Event outcome. Event outcome. Okay. So we got 21 events, and if we see someone tried to log in as service admin user authentication, and then um, so if you see the event time of the events, someone tried to log in at 19:12:36, and after that 19:12:47 a PowerShell command was ran on the system. So basically means someone first tried to log in as this service admin user, and then uh, that individual ran this PowerShell command. Okay, so if we now see this encoded command is this base64 encoded. So I just copied it, and let me open another tab here. So let me try to decode it. Base64 decode. Okay, so this command is basically updating Windows. So this is not a malicious command. Okay. So this activity is observed individually on each machine, and the difference the difference between login and PowerShell command looks very precise. Best practices dictate named accounts are used for any kind of administrator activity. Okay, so this account is usually used by administrators, and attribution for each administrative activity performed. The usage of generic admin account here also seem suspicious. On asking the analyst informed us that account is used by two administrators who were not in the office when this activity occurred. Okay, so when this account was being logged in, the individuals who are supposed to use this account were not in the office. Okay, on asking the analyst informed us that the account is used by two who were not in the okay. uh, um uh, Something is definitely not right. Are these some of glitch shenanigans? Is Christmas in danger? We need to find out. Okay, we also see the source IP address, which is this 10.0.11.11. Hmm. and this command is run on multiple computers. If you see host name, it is so different hosts are on different hosts. This command was ran 7, 8, 4, 5. You can see the host names there. All of these are different. Next is we need to filter out only only this specific user login, and we will increase our uh, date. Service user admin source IP. Okay, so let's do that. um, so we can read this as well first. Since the source IP field is only available for authentication events, we can filter out the process events to see if there is a pattern. To do that, we can hover over the event category field uh, and see one of the process events. We see there are two. We see the option to filter only for this value or out the value of minus sign as seen below. Let's filter for authentication events by clicking plus sign beside it uh, to show only those in results. Okay, let's do that. Um, where is that event category? Event category plus. Okay, so now we only see authentication events. Since the time frame previously used was the PowerShell events and the authentication events might be coming from before that, we will need to expand the search to understand the context and historical events for this user. Let's see if we have any events from the user from 29th of November to 1st of December. Updating the time filter for these days, the results look like this. Okay, so we need to expand our interval, time interval from 29th of November to 1st of December. So let's do that. 29 of November uh, and 1st of December. Update. Okay, we have 6,802 different logs within this time frame for authentication category. Now let me filter out these for this specific username, which is service ID and specific IP address. Um, Specific IP address, and it is slow. Username again plus. Okay, refresh. 5,702 hits. Looks like all these events are coming from same user, same IP address. We definitely need to invest further. This also does not explain the spike. Let's see filter. Let's filter for authentication events by clicking on plus. We did that already. Moreover, let's filter out the source IP address if we can find the IP address that caused the spike. Okay, I'm just following what they are saying. So let's change this to not source IP. We got 1100 hits. So this time we got a different IP address, 10.02.55.1, and if you see, all of the events are failed, and if you see one of the event by clicking on this greater than symbol, you can see this is a login failure, and user tried to log in as service admin, but it got failed. It wasn't able to log in. Unknown username or bad password. So this is authentication failure. Either the user is entering wrong username or password. Specifically, it is wrong password because username we already know it is correct. So someone is trying to guess passwords basically, or brute force the password for this user. Okay, let's read further. Scrolling down, we see many events for failed logins. We also see that IP address for the spike ending in .255.1 differs from the one we saw for the events continuously coming in the previous days. From 10.0.11.11, the analyst previously investigated this and found that a script with expired credentials was causing this issue. However, that script was updated with a fresh set of credentials. Anyhow, this might just be another script. Let's find out. Let's remove the source IP so that we can focus on authentication events. Close to spike. Okay, let's do that. Remove the source IP filter. Let it reload. Okay. Next, we have authentication success. Let me see. Failure. Event outcome. Let me filter events for success. And we see the first successful login event was from this IP address 10.0.255.1, and all other success events was from different source IP, which is this 11.11. Okay, so first uh, successful login event for this particular user was from this IP address. Okay, the results only showed that they succeeded with the brute force event because of successful login attempts. Ran some PowerShell commands on the affected machines. Once the PowerShell commands were run, we didn't see any further login attempts. This looks like a true positive, and there needs to be escalation so that MaxKDD can help us respond to this incident. The alarms have gone off. MaxKDD have been called to take action to take this incident further. The analysts have briefed MaxKDD about the incident. MaxKDD observed that nobody had actually looked at what PowerShell commands, what the PowerShell command contained. Since the command was encoded, it needs to be decoded. Okay, so we already did that, and it is just running a Windows update. So result provided a sigh of relief to MaxKDD, who had feared that Christmas has been ruined. Someone had come in to help MaxKDD and the team secure their defenses. But who, villain or hero? MaxKDD further analyzed the secret hero uh, and come to a startling revelation. The credentials for the script in the machine that ran Windows Update were outdated. Someone brute forced the systems and fixed the credentials after successfully login. Okay, so someone tried to brute force the credentials and then ran a Windows Update. So this person is trying to update the Windows system, all the systems. This incident from the fact that executed PowerShell command was preceded by a successful login from the same source IP, causing failed logins over the past few days. And what's even more startling, it was Glitch who accessed ADM01 and fixed the credentials after MixKDD confirmed who owned the IP address. Okay, so this IP address is of MaxKDD. Okay, this meant that this meant that the people of our valley had misunderstood Glitch, who was just trying to help shore up defenses. But if Glitch was the one helping defenses who was trying to sabotage it, was it Mayor who informed the SOC about this suspicious powerful commands? Just like alerts are not always what they seem in a SOC, so was the case here. At war we live with the people. As hard it is to differentiate between true positive and false positive, so was the case with the Mayor and Glitch. However, MaxKDD can perhaps use the evidence-based deduction skills learned in a SOC to make this difference easier for the people of Orville. Okay, what is the name of the account causing all the failed login attempts? Oh, name of the account is service underscore admin. Copy this, paste here. How many failed login attempts were observed? Failed login attempts. For that, we just need to add a filter. fail, click on plus. What is the IP address of glitch? IP address of glitch is 10.0.255.1. So there are 6791 failed login events. 6791. When did glitch successfully log on to ADM01? Okay, first successful event. Um, Let me add this as well for the filter. Let's remove this failure because we need successful event. Refresh, 541 hits. Okay, so first successful event took place on this date and the time. Copy this. Paste. What is the decoded command executed by glitch to fix the systems? This is the decoded command. Copy, paste. Yes. So in this particular challenge, um, we learned how to analyze logs and how to use ELK. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. SOC analyst work. Um, yeah, I hope you guys learned something. Um, yeah, thank you for watching. Bye bye.